To Virginia. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very honored to address this meeting to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Office of the Special Representative for Children in Armed Conflict. While the fates of the children and youth engulfed in conflict remains one of the most painful thorns in our consciousness as global citizens, it's satisfying to observe that in the past 25 years, there's been real progress. Because an immense majority of the world's countries have committed to end the use of child soldiers and to protect the rights of children trapped in conflicts. For this, we must thank the continued efforts of the Office of the Special Representative of the Secretary General for Children in Armed Conflict. I want to salute my friend, Virginia Gamba, with whom I have been collaborating since she assumed office. Her dedication and determination have made a difference for the renewal of the mandate and the strengthening of the international coalition on reintegration in support of the cause of children in armed conflict. I'd also like to commend the work of her predecessor, Ms. Leila Zarige, with whom I started working when I first established my organization, the Whitaker Peace and Development Initiative. I was with her on one of my first important field missions at the helm of WPDI. This was in South Sudan, a few months after the beginning of the Civil War. We had traveled for hours on a dirt road to meet with a rebel leader and convince him to release the children enrolled in his ranks. This was not an easy negotiation, but it worked. We successfully obtained the release of dozens of youths. This victory was made even greater as we took our results back to Juba, the capital, and convinced the South Sudanese president to order an additional release of scores of child soldiers, and even sign a commitment to cease enrolling children in the National Army. This experience was not just moving, it was a defining moment. I had previously met with former child soldiers and learned of the immense obstacles some face, both because they are lost years of education and because their communities often reject them. Participating directly in the demobilization of child soldiers made me realize that their emancipation was only the beginning. There had to be a continuity of action on our part to help them reintegrate society as normal citizens. This has defined some of my key areas of focus today as I strive to empower children, youth, and women living in conflict areas, especially aiming to support former child soldiers and peacemakers and social entrepreneurs. Former child soldiers who've been reintegrated and rehabilitated are among the most dedicated and motivated advocates of peace and reconciliation. With mindful assistance, they can become highly valuable assets for their community. In this sense, your meeting today is critical. You have the power to increase the world's awareness about the situations faced by children affected by conflict. You have the power to channel resources that will help to transform their lives and make this world a more peaceful place. And I know you use that power. Thank you for your attention.